Hello everyone! Today I'm going to do a part 2 of my video on making Sanrio gijinka, or in other words, turning Sanrio characters into human character designs. Last time was super fun, link in the description by the way, so I really wanted to do this once more. In this part I'll be drawing a few characters that I had put aside in the last video. And without further ado, let's get to it! First off, we have My Melody. My Melody is a little cute bunny girl that always wears a hood. Her hood is always either pink or red, although pink is the most common one. She also usually wears a bow or a flower on her hood. She is based on the Little Red Riding Hood, and she's Hello Kitty's best friend. My Melody made her debut in 1975, a year after Hello Kitty. According to the wiki, her favorite thing to do is baking cakes. Almond cakes, to be more specific. My Melody struck me as a cottagecore type gal, so I gave her a light flowy flower dress, a bracelet that will come up later on in the video, and a cloth over her hair with bunny ears. When doing this illustration, at first I wanted to do line art, like I've been doing for a few weeks now, but at some point I turned off the line art layer and realized that she would look really cute in my lineless style. I went back, redid some of the work, and went from there. I really love to do lineless art, but sometimes for some reason my lineless art would look unfocused. I've come to realize that my mistake is usually in the way I color the eyes and face of the character. For the piece to look more focused, it's important that the eyes are at least lined in a darker color, so that our eyes immediately focus on them. So I did that, and it came out really cute, though I wish I had planned my color palette a little bit better, since I had a few issues when making the backgrounds. Next up, we have My Melody's friendly rival, Kurumi. Kurumi is a rabbit girl that made her debut on the My Melody anime series as My Melody's rival. Although only Kurumi saw My Melody as a rival, My Melody actually considered her a friend for, I feel like, the entirety of the show. I actually watched the show when it was still on TV and I really enjoyed it. If you haven't watched it, this show is basically a magical girl show where My Melody and a few human girls fight to protect humanity's dreams. It was a really sweet and funny show, and I highly recommend it. These two bunny girls often have shared merchandise, and the community more or less considers them a couple. When I designed the human version of Kurumi, I wanted her to look a lot harsher than the other characters. A darker color scheme, big leather boots, spiky eyelashes, spiky hairbands that mimic her hood silhouette, and I decided to move the skull that she had on her hood to a skull choker. She also has a matching bracelet and matching pearl earrings with My Melody, since I consider them to be at the very least very close. When it came to technique for the coloring, I actually stepped back and looked into some references of lineless art that I admire. Works like Cucumber Quest from GGDG, illustrations from Rosalina's storybook from Mario Galaxy, Kirby, and most importantly, Splatoon's official art, influenced the way I approached this piece. I also had prepared a color palette and color study beforehand, so this piece came out a lot better than the last one. And lastly, we have Pompompurin. Pompompurin has to be one of my favorite Sanrio characters. If he's not my favorite, he's very close. The only reason why I don't know if he's my favorite is because I also really love Cinema Roll, and it's really hard to choose between these two lovable doggies. Fun fact, my name, Momopurin, was inspired by Pompompurin. So, Pompompurin made his debut in 1996, and he is a golden retriever that loves to eat and sleep. His biggest dream is to get even bigger, which melts my heart, that's so sweet. When designing him, I really wanted Pompompurin to look like a really sweet boy. I gave him a comfy sweater, a short blonde bob, very fluffy lashes, as well as a very cute pair of small golden round glasses. I kept his adorable beret since it is such an important aspect of Pompompurin's original design. I also gave him a waffle to munch on because, come on, this little guy deserves a treat. When it came to the technique, I once again rethought my strategy. I was really happy with Kurumi's rendering, but there were a few things that could be more streamlined in the workflow. So for this one, I used a multiply layer on top of the character, and then selected the colors individually and gave them more color variation. Mostly using saturated reds where the flats and the shadows touch, and blues on the other side of the shadows. This ends up giving it a more atmospheric lighting, which always looks a lot nicer. Add a few lines, highlights, and some surface scattering on the skin, and we're done. In the end, I'm really proud of this piece in particular. And with that, we got to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, tell me what you think about the designs in the comments, consider leaving a like and subscribing, and until next time, bye!